The spring real estate market is in full bloom, and while inventory levels are increasing, they still fall below those pre-pandemic levels. So if you're in the market to buy a home, you should anticipate going up against competing offers. But don't let that scare you away from putting in an offer. There are plenty of ways to strengthen your offer besides increasing the purchase price. Let's go over a few. Settlement is typically scheduled between 30 and 45 days of your contract of sale being ratified. But if you make it abundantly clear to the listing agent that you are flexible on timeline, whether it be closing before 30 days or giving the sellers a little bit more time to move, being flexible on your timelines can give you a great competitive advantage. Since the pandemic, inspections have been a hot topic of conversation. I would never advise my clients to waive an inspection. However, that is an option to you, but an option on the more conservative side would allow you to do inspections for informational purposes only with the right to terminate. This allows you as the buyer to perform your inspections just to make sure there's no huge glaring problems that you would have to deal with when moving in. Let's say, for example, your inspector uncovers a problem with the plumbing that requires at least $30,000 to repair. A $30,000 repair is a valid reason to walk away from a deal if you so choose. Typically, an earnest money deposit is 1% of the purchase price, but if you want to show the seller how serious you are about purchasing their house, you can increase it as needed. Plus, that earnest money deposit goes towards your closing costs at settlement anyway. If the purchase of the home that you're putting an offer in on is contingent on the sale of your home, that is going to weaken your offer. This is sometimes an unavoidable contingency, but is definitely something to note if you can avoid it. Seller help and concessions. Are you asking for a little bit of seller help or none at all? Asking for no seller concessions is always going to strengthen your offer. That means more profit for the sellers in the long run. If you are offering more than the asking price, you should absolutely include an appraisal gap contingency. Inclusions and exclusions. Let's say they're taking their back patio furniture with them, but you are begging for them to leave it, or else you're not buying the house. Let's rethink that. An offer expiration date can create a sense of urgency for the sellers. Look, my offer is only valid for the next 2 days. There are plenty of other ways that you can change your offer to stand out amongst the competition, purchase price aside. So long as you have a resourceful, knowledgeable realtor, you should be just fine. Don't negotiate terms that you don't feel comfortable with. At the end of the day, if you put in the strongest offer that you could and you felt like it was fair, then you've done everything you can do. I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and if you didn't win that house, then there's another one right around the corner waiting for you to call it home.